Hey everyone, it's Nurse Suzie here. I am tuning in on our IGTV today to talk about the most common physiologic changes that you're going to experience during menopause. Now, this isn't something that I've experienced yet personally, but it's something that I've studied quite a bit throughout my nursing education and then working specifically in reproductive endocrinology and fertility. So for those of you who are about to approach perimenopause or menopause, here are the things that you need to know. So menopause is simply the end of menstruation in women. It's when we have a steep decline or drop off in the female sex hormones. So they really kind of stop circulating and our menstrual cycles end because it's Mother Nature's way of stopping us from having a pregnancy as we age. So due to the steep decline in the circulating hormone levels, we're going to go through a set of changes, and those changes occur during perimenopause. And perimenopause can occur anytime from a couple of months for some women to over a decade or a decade for others. So there's really no one size fits all when it comes to perimenopause. It's going to be very individualized and different for every woman, but it's something that we will all go through and experience as we age. So it's really important that we know what's going to happen. So the top physiologic changes are you're going to see irregular bleeding. And this is, again, because of the changes in hormones, most specifically estrogen and progesterone. So as those start to sort of fall off, what we're going to see is changes in the uterine lining and how that builds up over time. And that's why approaching sort of your 40s and then around age 50, you're going to see more irregular bleeding and much more heavy bleeding. And that's because of your uterine lining, and it can become very, very thick during perimenopause. So this is something that is not uncommon and that we're going to see quite a bit. One of the other most common physiologic changes that happens with perimenopause are hot flashes. These are sort of a vasomotor type issue where you're going to feel sort of hot or burning sensation all over and become very flushed. These can range from 10 in a week for some women to about 10 in a day. These are probably the most common signs of approaching menopause and one of the most uncomfortable things that we go through. And while hormone replacement therapy uses specifically estrogen to help with stopping hot flashes, we actually don't have enough research to show that it's estrogen or the lack of estrogen that's causing hot flashes because there are other hormones at play for females, such as follicle stimulating hormone that changes during menopause, and then our luteinizing hormone. So while hormone replacement therapy is often used to help women navigate these symptoms, specifically hot flashes, we don't actually know if it's really truly the drop in estrogen levels. So just be aware of that, and there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to hormone replacement therapy. Other things that we're going to experience are metabolism issues. So you might start gaining weight that you've never had trouble with before in your life. And that's because if we think about it, with the change in hormones, our gut is changing. So our gut is where we typically metabolize hormones. So your hormones are changing, and then your gut health plays a big part of menopause and perimenopause, and it's really, really important that we keep that gut healthy, and we'll break that down in another episode for you. Other changes are going to be sort of mood swings, anxiety or depression during this time. So because your hormones have sort of been with you for so long and to have this steep decline, it can cause a big impact on your mental health. And then libido, so our sex drive drops drastically during this time. It's something that a lot of women face during perimenopause. And then you're gonna see, or you might experience vaginal dryness. So those are the top physiologic changes that you can expect during perimenopause and then menopause. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful and that you feel a little bit more enlightened about what you can expect when you're about to approach menopause. And we will, in other episodes, break down and go into more detail about each of these physiological changes. Thanks. Bye.